In this lesson, we're investigating neutralization and titration. Our lesson objectives: determine the products of a neutralization reaction and calculate the concentration of an unknown solution following a titration reaction with a monoprotic solution. So looking at our neutralization reaction, in this process we have an acid and a base, and they react together to form salt and water, which are neutral. Recall that a salt is a term used to refer to any of our ionic compounds. So for example, if we have our stomach acid, we have the H plus from the acid. We can neutralize that with a base like Tums, and the hydroxide ion will neutralize the H plus ion from the acid to form water, again, which is neutral. So in this process of neutralization, we have that acid and base. They react together, and we get salt and water. So when we react, for example, hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, our base, what's going to happen is the H from the acid, the hydrogen ion, and the hydroxide ion from the base come together to make water, and then the leftover sodium and chloride come together to form our salt. And if you look at this further, we're looking at our particle models. When we take HCl and we place it in water, it's going to dissociate into ions. It's a strong acid, so it's going to completely dissociate or completely separate into ions. And the same thing's going to happen for our sodium hydroxide. And then we place them together. When we pour one of these beakers into the other, we're going to mix them together, and the H and the OH will come together to make water. So the H here from our acid and the hydroxide from our base come together to form water. And then, of course, the salt, NaCl, is going to stay dissociated because it's an ionic compound. And because we have these charged particles now floating in solution, it will conduct electricity. Let's check your understanding. Can you determine the products of a neutralization reaction? Now we're going to look at a process called titration. This is a lab process in which the volume of solution of a known concentration is used to determine the concentration of an unknown solution. And this is done using this neutralization concept. We're going to use indicators, as we learned about, to determine when the solution has reached what's called the equivalence point or the neutralization point. This is the point at which the moles of the acid equals the moles of the base, meaning the H pluses equal the OH minuses. And so the end point is when the indicator actually is going to change color. And we want the end point as close to that equivalence, that neutralization point, as possible. So here's our setup for our titration. It's going to require this special piece of equipment called a burette, which is this long glass tube here. And to monitor that neutralization, when we get to that neutralization point, we're going to use an indicator. And that's going to be in our flask, and so it indicates when we've reached that. So how do we read a measurement on a burette? The major difference between a burette and a graduated cylinder is that 0 is at the top, and the liquid is going to be released from the bottom on the burette. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the starting volume of our burette. In this case, it's 0.6 milliliters. And then once we're done with our titration, we're going to read the ending volume. So in this case, you'll see it's 15.4 milliliters. So to figure out how much base was actually released from the burette, we simply just subtract our end measurement minus our initial measurement. So 15.4 minus 0.6 tells us that 14.8 milliliters was used. It was released from the burette. So now let's look at what takes place during a titration, a neutralization. So if we have in this container here an acid of unknown concentration, we don't know the molarity. What we can do is we fill our burette with our base. In this case, I'm going to use 1 molar sodium hydroxide, and I measure the initial volume. Let's say it's 5 milliliters. And so we're going to perform a neutralization. So we're going to start dropping base into our acid to neutralize it. And so OH then is going to combine with H plus, we know, to make water. And it's going to keep doing that until all of the acid is neutralized by our base. That's going to be the equivalence point. And we know we've reached that by our indicator. Our indicator is going to change color to inform us that we've reached that point. And then what I can do is look at my final volume, and we know that we can subtract now the final volume minus the initial volume, and it tells us how much base was actually used to neutralize our acid. And we can look for that color change, as I said, for the neutralization we get, if we're using phenolphthalein, we get this really light pink color, indicating that we have now neutralized our acid with our base. So if we turn to table T in our reference table, here is the titration calculation that we can use to take all that information, all that data from that titration, plug it into our formula, and solve for our unknown concentration. So I'll do an example first. If 5 milliliters of a 2 molar HCl solution is required to neutralize exactly 10 milliliters of NaOH, what is the concentration of the base that was used? So in this case, instead of solving for the concentration of acid, we're solving for the concentration of base that was used. So the titration formula allows us to solve for either the concentration of the acid or the base, depending which one is unknown, and we can also solve for how much volume was used. So remember, here's our formula, and it's going to be MAVA equals MUBVUB, so it's MAVA equals MBVB, where M is the molarity of the acid, V is the volume of the acid, M is the molarity of the base, and V is the volume of the base. And so we're going to plug in our values. Make sure you use your units so you know you're placing them in the correct place. So the molarity of the acid is going to be 2 molar. The volume of the acid is going to be 5 milliliters, and that goes here. And then we're solving for the molarity of the base, that's our concentration. And we know we use 10 milliliters in our neutralization of sodium hydroxide. And we simply solve for MB. So 2 times 5 divided by 10, and the molarity of our base is going to be 1 molar sodium hydroxide. Okay, now let's try one together. What is the concentration of a solution of HI if 50 mLs of HI is titrated to completion with 25 milliliters of 0.2 molar KOH? So again, first thing we do is start with our formula, which is the MAVA equals MBVB from table T. So now determine which of our variables that we're solving for. So we're solving for HI, the concentration of our acid. So we're solving for MA, so that's going to be our X. And we're going to plug in the rest of our values. And when we do that, we're going to solve for the concentration of our acid, and we get 0.1 molar HI. And you can see from our results that because the base was 0.2 and the acid's 0.1, this is twice as concentrated, it only required half the amount of base compared to acid to neutralize it. Okay, now you try an example. What is the concentration of a solution of HCl if 25 mLs of HCl is titrated to completion with 55 mLs of 1.5 molar sodium hydroxide? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start off with our formula, which is MAVA equals MBVB. We're going to locate the molarity of our acid, and it says what is the concentration of HCl, so we're going to solve for MA, that's our X. Our volume of our acid is 25 ml, so that's going to go here. The molarity of our base is 1.5, and the volume of our base is 55. And so we set up just like this, and we're going to solve again for the molarity of our acid, our concentration. And when we solve for that, we get 3.3 molar HCl. So that's the concentration of our acid that's needed to neutralize 55 mLs of this 1.5 molar sodium hydroxide. Let's check your understanding. Can you calculate the concentration of an unknown solution following a titration reaction? At this point, you should be able to determine the products of a neutralization reaction and calculate the concentration of an unknown solution following a titration reaction with a monoprotic solution.